If you don't know, don't worry. We're all going to do this together. Today we're going to do our take on egg Foo Young. There's different ways to do it. My mother used to do it with grounded pork and some eggs and cooked it on top of the stove. We do it a lot different. I've been doing it this way for about 18 years now, and my family loves this the way I've done it. So it is, like I said, our take on egg Foo Young. What we're going to need for this is green onions, garlic, of course, a little bit of white or yellow onions, up to you, and eggs, because you know it is an egg Foo Young, grounded beef, shrimp, yes, shrimp, garlic salt. You don't have to have that if you don't want. I put a little bit in there. It's, you know, it brings out the good flavoring, and of course soy sauce. But this is the most important, because I went through the trials and tribulations of this. Must be light soy sauce, or even super light soy sauce, not regular soy sauce, not heavy dark soy sauce, because it changes the taste. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put all this together, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's get it all set up. I'll be right back. So okay, here we are. What it is depending on the size that you're going to be, how many you're going to be cooking for, depends on what you're going to need. So I got about, let's say, 2 pounds of ground beef. Okay, I use ground beef. That's what we like. And we have this little, I guess this grinder, cutter, whatever it is. If you don't have this, get it, because it makes this, the next few process so much easier. Okay, so here we go. I'll show you what needs to be done. Okay, so first thing we do is we take our garlic right there, and let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 7. That's how many I usually do. Okay, I put it inside the little grinder, and I put some green onion in there. All right, like that. Lock it up. Turn it, and now we're going to blend it. I'm going to not say much because it's going to be a little noisy. Okay. So it's blended up pretty good, but you know we still have room, so we're going to put some more of the green onion in there, just like this. Okay. Now at this part, there are still some, I'll show you, that are like very big chunks. The reason that they're not chopping up too good is because, you know, there's a lot of stuff in there, and it just keeps going around, you know, in a circle and clumping up. So what I do is now we add our light soy sauce. Okay, pour it in here. It's not a lot really. It's just the right amount for those 2 pounds. I also gone ahead and add a little bit of the white or yellow onion, depending on which one you want to use. And we don't use a lot of onion on this. It's just the green onion. The regular onion, we don't. It's not a lot that goes into this this recipe on this dish. It's all done. Let that finish up, and then unhook it and dump it in there. Dump it inside a bowl and take a look at it. Make sure there's no like a big major chunk of garlic or green onion, which is not. And I know what you're saying, or what you might be thinking is, ooh, that kind of looks gross. I'm telling you right now, don't let the looks deceive you. It might not look great for a presentation while you're making it, but once you have the taste of it, you'll say, wow, now that tastes good. Now I'm going to put the rest of the white onions in there. It's not a lot. I might add some more green onions, but we'll see right now in a minute. Put that here. Then, here comes the fun part. You take your shrimp. Yes, shrimp. We have shrimp in our egg Foo Young. Take the shrimp, take a handful of it, depending on the size of your little blender here that you have, how much shrimp you can put in there. Now, when you start blending this, it's going to clump up, and that's where the eggs come into play. Okay, there we go. All right, so it clumped up, but it's still not all the way grounded like how I like it. So what I do is I take an egg, I break it, put it inside there, and depending on how much shrimp is in there, I can put 2 eggs, or I can add some more shrimp, just like this. 1 more egg. Put it back on. And done. It's all grounded up. You can go ahead and fill in there, see if the chunks are not too big. They don't feel like it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on again for just a few more seconds. So you want it ground up, but you don't want it to be too watery, okay? So I'm gonna take it out here. I'm gonna pour it inside the bowl here. Now remember, the shrimp is unshelled, uncooked, deveined. Okay, so all that works. Oops, to your for the recipe. Okay, so we got all that, but we're still not done. We still got some more shrimp. See, we still have more shrimp. So we're going to put the shrimp in there. See, devein, cut down. No shells, of course. Uncooked shrimp. You can use cooked shrimp if you like. You know, it doesn't matter. But I prefer that the shrimp cook with the meat and the eggs, of course. And now, again, you can start it off by sitting here and cooking. You click on it like this, and then it's still chunking up right there, which that's okay. Like I said, that's when you go ahead and add your eggs, 1 or 2 eggs. You know, like I said, depends on the size of your blender here. I'm going to do 2. Got a little shell in there, so let's take that little shell out. We don't want the shell in there. I don't think nobody wants to eat a shell. All right, there we go. That's out. I'm going to blend this up. That's it for that. It's good there. Take this out now. Pour it on top. Everything looks good. Looks just perfect in the bowl. I'll show you just in a second here. And get all the good stuff off of there. Okay. All right. So now, what I do, bring the bowl, this mixing bowl right here closer. So as you can tell, that's the egg, the shrimp, and the ground beef. What I do is I add, like I said, you don't have to. It's not a game changer or a killer if you don't do it, or if you do it. Is a little bit of garlic salt on here, and I add a little bit on there. How much is depends on how much you're actually cooking here. Then I get my hands dirty. All right, so I'm looking at this, and it looks like I might need another green onion. So let me cut that up real quick, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay, hold on. So I added some more green onion on there, as you can see, and I put the last 2 eggs that I had in this blender. The reason is I want to blend up the eggs as much as I can and then shake it around. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of our light, super light soy sauce on here. All right, so it's super light. I put just a little bit in there. There you go. Not too much, okay? You don't need a lot. And it's light. So, I blended up. I'm going to get all the corners inside this blender. That might have a little bit of the green onion still in there, or the white onions, or even some of the grounded up shrimp that might be in there. Then what I'm going to do, go ahead and pour it in here, just like that. Okay, get everything out of there. You want all the beautiful flavoring that you're going to have inside this. Like I said, our take on the egg Foo Young. And out of all the dishes I make, this right here is my kids. They're not kids anymore, but all my family members' favorite dish. Now we're gonna get our hands dirty. Go in here and we're gonna mix this up. All right. So give me a second here. I'm gonna mix this up and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we're done mixing it all up, and what you see here is the eggs, green onion, white onion, shrimp, ground beef, and of course the light, super light soy sauce. Okay, and of course a little bit of the garlic salt. So everything in here is ready to go. The next step we're going to do is we're going to put it on a cooking sheet, and then we're going to stick it in the oven. We don't cook it on top of the stove. We're cooking it in the oven. It doesn't take that long to cook, and this recipe is very simple. I'm telling you right now, if you do it the way I just did it, you're going to love the flavor. The taste is really good. This is I made enough in this bowl right here for 4 of us. My younger son is home from spring break, and of course he loves this dish, and my older son loves it, and plus they're gonna my older son's girlfriend's gonna be here, and myself. So this should be more than enough for 4 of us, and maybe a little bit left over. I don't think so, because I know how the boys eat. So we'll be back when we put on the tray, stick it in the oven, and we'll go from there. All right, hold on. Okay, after we finish prepping all the ingredients inside our bowl right there. Remember the bowl? What we do is now we get a cookie sheet, put some aluminum foil there, and then just pour your egg Foo Young on there. Get everything you can. Get all the stuff you can on there. Okay? Now, you don't want the cooking sheet to be so thick. You want, the regular smaller, like to make cookies and all that, okay? Because you don't want this thing to be, this is not a meatloaf, okay? So you want to be able to spread it out on here, just like that. And I know a lot of you guys saying, oh, that kind of looks weird, man. That kind of looks weird. But it's not. Don't worry. It will, like I said, when it comes out of the oven, it will taste outstanding. Like I said, my family loves this. This is their favorite dish I make. Out of everything I make, they always ask for this one. And this ingredient, like I said, I've been working on it for over 18 years just to get it the way we like it. And I've never heard of anybody else doing it like us. With the shrimp and the ground beef and all the ingredients we put in earlier, like that. Now what we're going to do, it's on here, ready to go. We are actually going to transfer it to the oven. The oven will be on 400 degrees. This does not take that long to cook. Okay, so we're going to cook it for a good maybe 8 to 10 minutes. Check on it, and you'll see how where the eggs that are on here start. You'll notice where the eggs are at. Then we're going to cut it into like pieces, and then we're going to flip them over so it cooks the other side. So both sides of this will be like kind of not crunchy or not like that, but kind of done on the top layer. Everything will be finished. All right, let me stick this in the oven, and then we'll be right back when it's done. So we're at the midpoint. As you can see, like I said, you will see how the eggs are coming. See how it's boiling up like that on top of it, and that's what makes this our version of the egg Foo Young. We'll be back when it's all time to flip it over. All right. So what we're doing next is, it's not done yet. As I said earlier, we take it out, and we're going to slice these into like little squares and all that. It makes it easier to flip it over. So what I normally do is I just cut down like this. Cut down like this. See how smooth it's going through there? Very, very smooth like that. Okay, so now I cut it this way. Now I'm going to cut it in like I said, like little squares. And all this does, it does two things. One, it helps me so when I flip it, it doesn't drop on the floor or get all like all messed up and all that. From me trying to flip the whole big old pan, and it sections it off so you can put how many pieces you want on your plate. So let me like I said, I'll show you what I do. I would just take it like this, and you can see it's not too thick. We don't want it thick. It's not a meatloaf. I'll flip it over, and as you can see here, like that. See the coloring is different. And this side is going to be cooked, and the egg part of it will go on top of here too. So let me flip them over real quick, and then put them back in the oven. Now, they're back in the oven. They've all been flipped over. And what's going to happen now is I'm going to just cook that side, and which will not take that long. So we'll be back in I'd say less than a couple minutes. Okay, we'll give about 2 to 3 minutes to finish that side up. Okay, so now it's done. It's sitting on top of my stove. As you can see, it's still steaming because I just took it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my plate kind of ready for a taste test here. What are we going to eat with it? Of course, you see right there, rice is always nice. That's what we eat with it, okay? I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to put some rice on my plate, just a little bit. Because usually, like I said, I let my family members grab, their pieces of it. And I'll put mine last, but I'm going to do a little taste test. Let me take my plate. I grab a small piece of it, so right there, and you can put some soy sauce on there. Of course, the light or premium, super premium light soy sauce. Okay, this flavoring, you really don't need to do anything with it. It's really good. I like it. But for me, I have a special sauce. It is Thai chili, and inside, again, the light supreme light soy sauce. What I do is I normally just take a little bit of this, like that, dip it in there like that, put it on a little bit on the rice, eat that piece, have some rice on there, and of course, a chili. For me, I have to have my little contraption there, okay? But this, I'm telling you right now, it is so good. Oh yeah. Put some more chili, one more bite here before I call a family member out to grab their plate. Hopefully there's some left over for me. Come on. Yep. 18 years. 18 years to get this to the perfection that everybody who's ate it has never said anything negative about it. And that right there tells me that this is, I guess, my dish that I kind of like, like I said, kind of invented and made it my own. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead, whip this up, see if you like it. If you have any questions, just throw it in the comments and I'll try to answer it. All right, have a good one.